Well, there it is. Hello there, this is WTii, and today I'm going to be playing as Tassadar in a Hero League game. Why? Because I have to complete a quest, that's why. A StarCraft 2 hero and a support hero, and Tassadar's your man to complete that. So we're going to be playing on Cursed Hollow for this, and we're going to be trying to get once more a win, because so far I have a 100% win rate with Tassadar, but not much else, and it would be nice to keep that intact. Hopefully this team has some capable skills, we'll see. Now I like to go for mana per target. Even if I only hit one target, I still like doing that, because I just like to get my mana back to keep me in the fight. So we can see free at the top. So just be careful, don't get too suicidal. We've got Stitches, one of the safest heroes you could ever go. So I expect no screw ups. Osgroff might get a bit ganked though in the middle. That's possible, yeah, they're moving down, or one of them is. And there's two at the top. Two fragile range DPS, but incredibly high damage output range DPS nonetheless. So we'll see what we can do. Wear them down a little bit. Wait until Tychus's Q is over with. And then go for it. That's nice. That's a really good. And I'm going to shield myself so I don't take too much damage whilst I'm doing damage myself. Oh yeah, they got Brightwing. That sucks, because Brightwing basically just removes all of the hard work that you do. That's how Brightwing works. She's obviously a very high tiered hero, I would say. Very high. You can't really go too far wrong. So eventually, if she stays close enough to that Tychus, all of that effort that we put in there, not that it was that much, but yeah, he should get more punished than he currently is. Brightwing, that's a really good hook as well. So that gives us a chance to keep him under threat, and that's the whole idea really, is just to keep him under control. At least one of their DPS. If both of their DPS feel comfortable and happy, then we're not going to have much fun, because it's going to be very ugly. I'm just going to basically go through my build. It's Tassadar. Looks like we're going in there. I'll give obviously a shield to Serator, because he's going to be the brunt, taking the brunt of the damage there. I'll sneak in, get a regen globe, and then walk out a little bit. You don't really want to waste your time doing damage to Brightwing unless you get a hook like that and you can do a decent chunk. But yeah, don't otherwise go out of your way to try and tap her, because she'll just heal that right up. That's what Brightwing does. Tassadar is an incredible hero though, I think. Very high tier as well, in my opinion. I like to go Healing Ward personally here, and we can use it here, and then put the Psionic Storm in a position that makes it a bit more tricky. But meanwhile the Healing Ward's doing the work, and they're being pushed back. They're going to hit it now, but we've got a good chunk out of that Healing Ward, so that's the main thing. I've still got loads of my mana, so I'm still in this for quite a while. Just keep them back a little bit. And then there should be another Moonwell in a second. Yep, I always call it a Moonwell, because why not? We're going to have a Cursed Tribute in a second. Well, not quite yet, but soon. So want to soak up that Moonwell ASAP, otherwise I may as well just go back to base, but I need to get the experience in the lane. Can't do much other than just be a nuisance with my Psionic Storm, which is still incredibly useful for basically winding down those minions. Okay, the tribute's going to be close, and that's a very handy regen globe, so hopefully I can get pretty much all of my health back. I've got my mana at the moment, so I kind of want to use it without getting hit by Falla, because I'm a bit concerned about my health. I want to keep that as high as possible. If he gets a hook, that is insane. And I'm going to put a shield on Serator like before. I'm going to put down a Healing Ward so I can have that on cooldown. Might be a little bit premature, but it'll give us a good structured fight here. Obviously a shield goes on whoever's going to be taking the brunt of the damage, and try to hit Brightwing or someone else that's vulnerable. If you can keep Brightwing, but that's great. Otherwise go for a fragile DPS like Sagara and Tychus. Sagara isn't exactly a DPS, but you know what I mean. She can put out some deeps. Looks like we've got a good position here, but you've also got the problem sometimes of if you if you keep the fight going on too long, you get injured and then they'll just come back if you kill them off. So Muradin's going for something. I'm going to put the Psionic Storm in a position where they basically always have to run through it. Now we're getting pushed back here, so that's not good. I don't know what's going on there, but I'm going to have to back off completely because everyone just backed off. I'm probably dead for that. So that's a bit of a shitter, that one. I don't really quite know what. We didn't need to definitely get back there. I don't know what that was about. So yeah, that's obviously a bit of a disappointment. Now one of my other favourite things is Mule. Now, I don't always go this, but since we seem to be losing this, or could quite likely lose this, I'm going to go Mule. So it basically repair a lot of the damage. So a bit like Brightwing, except for structures. You're going to basically be replenishing ammunition and repairing as well. So any damage that they've been able to do, you can basically mitigate that, hopefully, if they're not able to get to the Mule, or you can keep them off your tower. That way it's going to go all the way back to full health, and you get the idea. They just got freaking Golem. That's huge. Tassadar's a good hero to try to deal with this, though. Part of the reason being is that he can... I'm going to have to give up that tribute. I can't really let the Golem go nuts here. Whatever he's going to hit... Oh, I fucked that right up. Whatever he's going to hit, put a plasma shield on it. I did that too quickly. There we go. Bit screwed, though, now. That's definitely fucked me up. I screwed that up, and now that's made me all mess up. So I can't get the shields off in time, and we've got no one basically dealing with this giant. So, ooh, this is a shitter. So I'm basically going to get my first loss here with Tassadar. Of course. May as well. Get that recorded. So I could put down my Mule, but I don't want Tychus to fucking kill something, and I'm not going to be able to Mule repair that. So that sucks. Anything else I can use the Mule on? Not really, it's just the stuff at the top, so... I'll put it down because it's on cooldown, but it's not really necessary. We did get one tribute each, but that Golem did shite loads of damage, so... They shouldn't have really got away with the boss. That's just because they got more DPS. I think our Osgaroth was AFK in the pick. So we already had Stitches picked, and then he went AFK, from what I can tell, and he got Arthur, so we don't really have much in the way of DPS, and it looks like they might get away with our boss. As long as someone gets there, get in. Fucking don't let them take it. That's it, good lads. They shouldn't be able to get away with this. That'd be absolutely batshit crazy if they get away with it. I just got Archon, so if worst comes to the worst, I'll fucking punish them. Because Archon is basically pretty much one of the main reasons you ever go Tassadar. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's very good. He can mitigate damage. He's got an annoying sort of, you know, what do you call it? A poke ability. I'll use my D here, which is Oracle, just to see if any other guys are coming from above, so I can use my Psionic Storm to interrupt them as they try to go through, if you see what I mean. Yeah, I could interrupt Fala, but it's a bit suicidal. I think I'd be better off just coming down here. If I had someone else with me, I'd totally go and do it, but otherwise I can still just try and do some damage to this meanwhile. And we're not too far behind in experience, so it's okay me being down here. Otherwise I would probably go back up to the top lane to get some experience. Yeah, the enemy got totally greedy. Interesting. I'll use my E to get out and go invulnerable, and then I'll shield up because I think they're going to put a lot of focus on me, as you can see. And I might want to... Oh, thank you very much. That's a lot of focus. I hope none of that actually works out for them. That'd be interesting. I'm going to put my Q on Arthas because I think I'm okay now. So he can take the shield. I'm going to just find somewhere to fucking put down a Mule, because you pretty much always want to be getting that Mule going. Oh, I love it when Stitches does that. So you can see the Mule should always be doing something. You've got to find a thing for it to do. It could always be going down here, but at the same time I think we were okay there. So I wanted to just make sure it's doing something somewhere. Minimum. Absolute minimum. Okay, that fort's down, so we've got some good experience. We're now one level higher, so it's looking pretty good for us right now. The only problem is will the synergy of them having a double DPS like Tychus and Fala really pay off for them later game. So... Oh, yeah, that's really nice damage. I could have gone into Archon there, maybe got a guaranteed kill, but we managed to luckily get a kill anyway. And Brightwing is well out and truly out of position, trying to blink into her heroes. I'm going to put down a healing ward here, and I'm going to go into Archon form so I can soak up some of the damage whilst my other allies come in. So we're definitely pushing right back here. And if not, I'm just doing damn good DPS. You get a huge shield as Archon form, and you can just obviously push them around. Yeah. That Stitches basically won us the game. I've always said that Stitches is essentially like top tier. He's pretty much, in my opinion, at least the last time I was playing Heroes of the Storm seriously, I had him as the highest tier there was, God tier basically. There's pretty much no reason not to play Stitches. I mean, even if you missed every single hook, he's still an incredibly strong tank. He's got good damage, not only with his W, which is a cleave ability. I think it is literally called cleave anyway. I'm not entirely sure. But that's a nice bolt from Muradin. He has that hook, of course, which is a game breaker in a lot of cases, particularly against fragile heroes, which they have many of. Don't want to get myself too out of position, but obviously as Tassadar I have a lot of ways to get out of this. I'm going to put down a healing ward here, just sort of nearby but not too close to them. And Stitches, yeah, trying to get some nice little hooks there. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It doesn't have to. That's the way Stitches is. He's just a boss. I'm going to put a shield on Cerator because he's getting really focused. That means Murder, excuse me, is in a little bit of a pickle there, overextending in that situation. We still do have good damage. I can see I've got Mule available, so I'm just going to... You can actually blindly chuck it onto the minimap, but I'm obviously a little bit preoccupied here. That's taking precedence over putting Mule down. I've got Archon in a second, so I might actually just keep pushing this. I've not got much mana left though, so I'm just going to blow Archon and then try to get Tychus in a position. He should be able to run away. I can't get a Q on him. I can't mount up whilst I'm in this form. Let's have a look whilst we're chasing him. Wow, I think most things are repaired. Now I can chase him. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to shield him, but that means I can't obviously use my Sonic Storm because I've now run out of mana on that. Yeah. Okay, what do I use my Mule on? This is one of those pickles when you're actually doing well enough that there is nothing to use it on. You save it then, basically. If there is literally nothing injured, then why would you use it? It looks like part of the problem and part of the reason why people can come back so much in Heroes of the Storm is a level of complacency or pushing your luck, being like a level or two ahead, and then suddenly going out of your way to try and get one hero kill when it's totally not necessary, and then getting yourself killed in the process, and the enemy just clear you up. As you can see, we've lost 3 heroes there, and that was well and truly after our last big battle, so it was totally and utterly not necessary. Wherever she goes, I'm just going to use the Sonic Storm, so I saved it in case she goes and does that. Okay, D, just to double check here. So just going to push a little bit, get a shield. I'm going to use... She missed that. Although she has blocked it though, so that might have been her intention. I can't really... Oh, that's nice. But we can't really get much more out of this. We don't want to get ourselves killed either. So I'm using my E. There we go. That'll have to do. Yeah, we've got another golem to deal with. We should probably deal with that rather than getting into a team fight whilst the golem gets away with murder. Just put the Sonic Storm in awkward places, shield him up, and then go back to repairing with the Mule. The Mule can now repair from behind whilst the golem's going at it. Obviously I can queue up the building as well. Might not necessarily need to with the Mule on it, so I could save the mana, but I will do it just to be safe. Let's have a look. I go for Sonic Slow Storms, although actually Dimensional Warp is really good, especially if you're in a lot of threat. Increases movement speed and gain health, so I'm going to go for that. Time for you to get a little shield there. So Tyker's going to try and get away with probably bringing that down. He probably wanted to finish it off. So need to keep an eye on him really. I'm going to shield that up again just so he can't hit it. I don't mind getting hit here. I can take it. I can handle it. Because I've got my healing ward and Archon form and such and such. So they got away with their thingy. We're a little bit fragile here. We don't need to fight this particularly. There's no reason to have a fight here other than to get ourselves killed so they can get more yeah. There's no reason for this to happen. Like, none. Okay, we're just going to have to go for this in a second. It's a 4 versus... I can't shield him because I've been... Yeah, I don't get this. People push, they extend way too far. They don't need to. I don't know where this is happening. Like, where do you... There's nothing to achieve. There's no objectives. There's nothing being crept like mercenaries or mercs or anything like that. You're just fighting for the sake of it in a situation where you're already actually vulnerable. It was just a reason to give them a free win, basically. So this is what will happen. So it'll be back and forth because of people's stupidity. And now they're actually going to get another tribute before any of us can possibly get there. I can't stop him. So that's GG. They've now got a tribute, which means that none of our towers are going to do shit. So, as you can imagine, yep. It's just silly things that people love to try to throw the game. They like, we're doing quite well, so what can I do to fuck things up? And now they're going to try and go for our golem. We can't have that shit. Well, they're considering it at least. Yeah, they are. They're so greedy, and that's what will end up costing them the game. They're just doing the same things. Although we could get in trouble here. Chuck down a healing ward. If we get a Sagara kill, that'd be huge, but she's getting away with murder. Oh, shite. I have not got my ultimate. Sagara goes down, but I can't really risk getting ninja killed here. Just back a little bit. I'm trying to shield him and keep him alive, but he's going to go down in a second. Yep. We are messed. We're all over the shop here. I'm just going to have to get back. I can't really do much here. He's pretty much dead. Okay. That was sneaky. Aye, hang on a second. What happened to my Archon? Do you see that? That's on cooldown. Well, that's a glitch. I activated that because I can't activate it when I'm dead. Transform into an Archon, gaining 880 point shield. And I don't think Brightwing can do 880 damage per hit. So that's a glitch. That should have shielded me. But she managed to get the last hit in. Well, it went off, but she still got a hit. And the shield didn't activate until after. I don't know. Yeah, like I say, let's get a loss. I basically, in case you were interested, I was taking this game seriously up until the point where I started to get losses, and that was purely because of, you know, idiots essentially. And I was like, yeah, not only that, but you can also fight against pre-mades, even if they're only 3-man pre-mades. For example, I played against Todd. That's a professional gamer. So GG and that, and I'm playing a solo queue. You're not ever going to get really good games unless you're playing solo, pure solo. So every single one of your opponents is a solo player. It's unacceptable otherwise, and that's the reason why I'm not taking this seriously anymore. And not to mention what you're seeing right now is just unacceptable. Unacceptable, really. These are stupid reasons why we're losing. We need to get some sort of kill, some fluky thing. Yeah. Tychus, top tier as well. Ain't everyone top tier? Basically, you always see the same guys as well every game. That's part of the problem with heroes at the moment, is you see the same fucking heroes every game. There's a reason for it. What the fuck happened to him? I'm trying to put more shields in him to keep him alive. I've got my Archon form, but I'm trying to find a way to get into position so I can actually get the most out of it. Here we go, that I'll have to do, because I ain't got much choice now. Being polymorphed, obviously. We get that, and now this is the part where Brightwing might get away. I've got a slow in attack, so we can keep on her a little bit. Nice. Shield for you, and Mule for you. Not that it's going to do much, but it might be able to repair something. You got to make the best of the situation. 3 of them going down is huge, though. So that's a good pushback, but they got to do a lot of damage, so it's really important that we get basically at least 2 tributes here. Okay, we don't want to go too far. We've done the damage we can do. Going to go up here. Still going to be... Brightwing's got 30 seconds before she can blink in, because she can just teleport in from the main base. So just stop them from interrupting is the main priority here. We could actually get the Golem, and it looks like we're going to just go straight for it. It's a little greedy, but it's doable, as long as we get a bit more DPS out there. It's a good way to heal everyone up as well at the same time. So just got to be careful of that. They're going to be coming here obviously next, so going to have to be ready to try and DPS them when they do that. They're all going to come in a second, so we need to bring this down, and we haven't got Cerator, which is essentially the only guy that can actually do damage. So we're very lucky here if they don't try to stop us. I'd say that's very lucky. That's like game-breakingly lucky. If we got ganked there, that could have been game over. That was taking a little bit too long. Brightwing was the last one to come out, and she can just blink to one of her heroes, teleport to them. I don't really need to go back here, but there's very little reason for me to just run down there if I can pretty much go back to base, get all of my mana back rather than have half of it, and can get here as well within a short space of time. I'll just let them know that I'm on my way, although they should be able to tell from the minimap, so don't... Basically what I'm saying is don't do something stupid. Because it's no point getting yourself killed in a 4 versus 5 when you don't need to. Okay, well we're going to go for increased Archon. So they're focusing. I'm putting down another healing ward again. It's just basically almost always off cooldown. I'm going to have to try and... Oh, he's getting so focused from the other side. He's pushed way too far away for me to reach him. So we're not going to get much out of this. I'm just going to keep, you know, Sarah under the shield. Oh no, what was that? I suppose he was too slowed. I'm going to get fucking killed now as well. Jesus, how are they getting away with this? How are they getting away with that? Moradin just somehow went about 2,000% movement speed. Mounted up, obviously, but... It's the old, good old-fashioned back and forth of Hero to the Storm. You kill 3 heroes, they kill 3 heroes. And pretty much you only die because you've overextended, which is what happened. Rhaegar got pushed into there, then we were in a 4 versus 5. They chased us down whilst being next to their moonwells and stuff like that. They get more health, mana over time. They got Brightwing healing them up. It's just basically textbook. I know all of this stuff, but I just get the feeling that a lot of people in Hero League currently don't. So it's not really worth my time in playing it. Not that I'm saying I'm a pro by any means, but all I'm saying is it feels like you're wasting your time if you know the game pretty damn well. Because you watch others, for example that. I mean, what was that about? There's 3 or 4 of them. What are you hoping to do? This is what I'm talking about. There's no point playing this game at the moment when you're put with people like that. That's on my MMR? I don't think so. I don't think you're anywhere close to my level. So I don't know what the fuck is going on there. Just puts you with bloody idiots is what it does, so you can try to compensate for them. But there's only so much you can do in this game because you can't really compensate too heavily for other people. It's not League of Legends, it's not Dota 2. More suicides from the team. You can't stop that anyway. So I don't know why you were trying to stop it. So let's go and get ourselves killed a little bit more so we can be in a 2 versus 5. Yeah. Down the pain. That's a Freudian slip. Pan. Good team is good. Just not many excuses really for them. I'm not even going to heal them. I just fucking finish this piece of shit. And here you have my very large reason as to why I do not play Heroes of the Storm anywhere near as much as I was when it first came out in the closed beta. Until they bring out a proper solo league, I am not going to touch this unless I'm doing quests. I got screwed over actually. I tried to do a quest in practice mode, which is what you're supposed to... Well, it said that you're supposed to be able to do that, but it didn't work. So obviously I was forced to do this and try to get my 1 win. Actually, I might have got the quest done, so at least I've got that going for me. Alright, well, if you enjoyed my playthrough of Tassadar with an awesome team, then feel free to subscribe, like and comment. But as you can imagine, I'm going to be trying to keep these down to a minimum if I can, because why bother when that's what you get? Why bother? Alright then. There you go. Let's have a look at the old Tassadar. Oh, I had 5 wins with him. 5-0. Never mind. That's 5-1 now. GG. Alright then, thanks for watching. Take care. I'll see you later.